kicked it to that person, he gave an answer, we kicked that back to a person, because, you know, and we have a couple of other people, and we'll try to flag that later. Let's see. If we go down, I'm sort of going down this way, and then I'm going to go across. So if we go down under research, and I just want to, you can see the instruction site is there. There's the research help. So if you can always go in there and just poke around in research help. This is a different one. If you click the general link, you wouldn't get much more than what's here for these 4 or 5 links. But it's just research databases, Ask a Librarian, subject specialist librarians, blah, 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 blah. So this is just, I just wanted to flag that. And included in this cluster is RefWorks, the ill-fated RefWorks. We moved to this several years ago because it was web-based. We had EndNote briefly, or the School of Nursing was using EndNote. The Worcester campus was using EndNote with the School of Nursing, and then everybody went to RefWorks because it was web-based, but I think EndNote is now web-based. If you want a consultation, we have Paulina Borrego, who we had thought was going to even be here today because we didn't, you know, we weren't sure what exactly we were going to cover. And she works a lot with RefWorks, and she'd be happy to do a house call. Mm-hmm. And so if you've got issues about that, you might want to get in touch with her. So she should be in those directories there. And Borrego, B-O-R-R-E-G-O, she's P. Borrego at library.umass.edu, but she's over in the science library. And she could start you out, or if it's a problem for her to come, we could get you somebody else. So you can either go directly to her, or you could check with me and say you'd like to have a consult on a particular day. I don't really get into it too much. We have 2 or 3 other people that are kind of the SWAT team for Dave McCourt and in the main library, and Madeline Charney's gone on leave, but so there's several people. They could spend as much time as you need to with you. So I don't know if that's enough. RefWorks, maybe just click on the link. I don't know if it's farther down here or if you need to go back out one. Maybe just scroll down and see if the RefWorks link is here.
I was looking for a link.
Maybe you have to go back up a level. This might be just the research help under research. Yeah, so if you want to just click on RefWorks, the other thing that I would, the only reason I'm saying click on it, and we probably don't have to, is I've often suggested to users, first use it, see what you can do yourself. Then there are webinars in here. Try the webinars, and then if you go into this quick guides and tutorial, or workshops and webinars, I think it is here, if you click on that, it should give you the current classes. So if it's free, we've got classes in Du Bois and in the Science Library. We've tried to have them at some different times, so you see we've still got some. We don't have any next week, but we've got one March 28th, and I guess that's in one April 6th. So if you had time, and as I said, you certainly can arrange. We have a teaching space over in the Science Library, so if it's free and you wanted to come over there, you could work possibly, or if you did small groups, you could do 2 or 3 of you if you were free to come over. Are you still using Wednesday as kind of a meeting day and so forth? So, you know, that's the thing. So anyway, those were the points I wanted to make about RefWorks. And the point I'll stick in here, in case I forget it, I don't think you should search PubMed by going through RefWorks, even though that's the preferred style. I think when you go into, and I've forgotten the section where it is, you go in here, is it search? Maybe we won't cover it. We'll just search catalogs within RefWorks. Maybe it's this one here, search catalogs. Yeah, let's see if that's the one. If you go in and find where PubMed is, if one does, you don't have to. I think if you get into the place where it lists the databases and how you search them, use the second method. Don't search through RefWorks. search in PubMed, and then there's a place where you can, and then you go into RefWorks afterwards, because I think it's going to contaminate your search, and even my colleague Paulina says that. So when I teach from RefWorks, or teach or mention it, or when I search PubMed, I don't get into searching RefWorks. But you can do it. But I would just suggest, yeah, waiting it. So okay, I think we're all done with that. If we go back to the, or you can just go up maybe, I don't know if you can go bypass and just go up to the collections link here. I just want to quickly mention, you all know about special collections and university archives. Depending, might crop up with research, might crop up with, if somebody were doing, I wish a community person was here like Barbara, people have come in sometimes and say, where can I find information about X, Y, and Z? One year they were, we had people who were doing stuff with the campus. They had to go to environmental health and safety to get information that was peculiar to the campus. Things in Springfield, town meetings, town reports, and so forth in SCUA. ScholarWorks may not be something you're ready for yet, but that might be somewhere you, Donna Zucker and probably Ginny Chandler, and I don't know about you, have stuff in ScholarWorks, and then some of that is out, it's searchable in the wider world, and people, for instance, Chris King's online journal, if that got into ScholarWorks and got really going, then people could find things. We've had online journals on campus where the hits and the activity is tremendous through ScholarWorks.
So what's the advantage and disadvantage of ScholarWorks?
Well, I think it's just a way to enhance your work, make your work more accessible in a wider way, searchable. I think there are also ways where you can go into ScholarWorks and make adjustments, like in maybe your CV and things like that, and then it can go back in the other direction and populate things, say, in the departmental online directories. I'm not so facile about that. But I think it's something to be aware of, particularly tenure tracking, your scholarly life.
Yeah, Donna did make a comment that if you have your things on ScholarWorks, you can see how frequently it's been checked.
Right, right.
So that's something.
Right.
I know there's one of the journals I publish in every month. They let me know how many hits they and how many people have pulled down my entire paper. And those are just good things to know.
So are these, if you publish though in a journal, then you can also put it in ScholarWorks?
I think it depends. I think it depends on agreements you make with publishers, and I think if you get into starting to publish, sometimes you sign ownership things. And I think if you get to that point, you might want to check with the ScholarWorks with Marilyn Billings in the main library, so that you sign as appropriately as you can, so you don't maybe give up all your rights to things, or you decide maybe I don't want to do that, or maybe I will do that even though I know it may shoot me in the foot later. I'll go ahead and do it because I need to get this published. I need to give up my ownership of this article. So I think when you get into that, I can't give you all the whys and wherefores, even though we've had seminars, and we had one, didn't we have we had a ScholarWorks program here. So I think it's just until you start getting into it and you have repetition, you know, and your learning curve settles down. But I think it was just mostly to flag that for you. The other thing. So are we okay about ScholarWorks here, just to be aware that it's here and there are things you can do with it? Dissertations and theses, they're going in little by little. It's the ones for School of Nursing, so I've gone in there and poked around for things different times.
The RDNP capstones
are
going to be there since they're not housed in the library.
Right, okay. Okay, yeah, back out. And the other thing I want to flag here, government documents and patents. Paulina Borrego in the Science Library and Barbara Morgan in the main library, who's our law reference librarian. So if you have law reference questions ever, ethics courses or research courses or what have you, Barbara Morgan is coordinating the newly forming team of about 5 people. The other person involved, besides the 2 I've already mentioned, is Steve McGinty, who's the social science librarian. And he is often useful about stats of various kinds, sources of statistics and so on. So he got involved with this question about populations the other day. Somebody wanted populations, and I think it might have been a nursing DNP or somebody who was studying Philadelphia and needed zip codes. and the income levels of people in various zip codes. And we have a thing called Simply Map,